What's going on, everybody? I got a fire ass debate for y'all tonight. Let's go. And what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Purple Pod. This is not episode 34 after all. We're actually going to do a little debate now tonight. Shout out to my crew. Thank you so much, Donnie and Jared, for helping out. This is number one world in the show for dating, everybody. Please make sure to go like the video and subscribe and go follow the podcast on Instagram, the TikTok, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Twitch, the Rumble. I got everything tagged below, guys. If you want to show some support, go and sign up on the new Patreon or sign up, click the join button right under the video if you want to sign up for YouTube.
In the MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace also. But yeah, the YouTube membership is really cool, guys. I got some really fire emojis in there. Y'all need to support and be able to spam the PPP. Also, I got some new shirts in the merch store. It's right there under the video, so y'all can buy some shirts or some hoodies. If anybody wants to book a one-on-one call with me, you can jump on my neck and just search Purple Pod. We are also now streaming on all audio platforms as well, all of them basically. Make sure to add the Instagram right now, please. If you're a single lady, we always need more of y'all. But yeah, shout out to my special guest. We got Black Man Unfiltered, and we also have Don. Why don't y'all both introduce yourselves really quick?
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chef Don. Chef Don on all socials. Be Chef Don on IG.
All right, man. Black Man Unfiltered, guys. Black Man Unfiltered Network on YouTube, Facebook, all the social media spots, man. Just go ahead and like and subscribe and do all that good shit. And go ahead and leave a little cash up in there for a cup of coffee after we win this debate, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to you, bro. And a big shout out to you, bro, because my biggest clip that blew up, bro, was because of you. So big shout out to you, man. I'm very thankful for you, man. And then, yeah, for you, why don't you, our contrarian, our debater, why don't you go ahead and give your name, your age, your education level, what you do for work?
I'm going to get the same thing that guys.
And talk as close as you can.
Okay. Annie, socials are Anakin, like Anakin Skywalker, ADNINKIN_. Not giving my age because they didn't give their age. Not giving my occupation because that's not y'all business. And I'm excited to talk to y'all tonight.
What about your education level? Can we get that?
Oh, like my education level?
Yeah.
I graduated from college.
You graduated from college?
Yeah. And
Wait, did y'all hear that?
Yeah, that's the ice machine.
Like
Oh.
Did you happen to unplug it?
Yeah, I got you, man. Hold on.
You gotta get it real quick. Yeah. So, sorry guys, if y'all could hear the annoying ice machine, it just started making the weirdest noise ever. So yeah, just to start this off, the first thing that I really want to just jump into, I think, is some double standards, some different double standards that are in relationships. The first one, let's just do body count. I just want to talk about which one is it bad if a man has a high body count? Or
hey, we're getting some about audio.
Yes, I like that.
All of them are off?
Yeah, the mics are on.
Yeah, you gotta unplug it, JR. Thank you. You with the hat. Hey, can y'all hear us? Put a one in chat if y'all can hear us.
One in the chat if y'all can hear us.
Can you hear us?
Hold on, I got Sika calling me.
I got it. I know.
Yo, we live, bro.
How come he ain't ask for y'all education level? That's a double
Because we the
standard
leaders.
right there.
It's your first time leader.
Always gonna be this.
What's your age, by the way?
Okay.
We'll say our age.
All right, peace.
No, I just not doing that last Friday.
I just turned
Yeah,
20.
always
Yeah,
go to this,
like
man. You should always. There's only two things.
Don't get me started with the
Can y'all hear us? One's in the chat if y'all can hear us.
with the signs. We're not gonna act like the signs mean nothing.
I was just saying that I'm also an Aquarius. It wasn't that deep.
One's in the
That's-
chat if
Oh,
y'all can
I
hear
was
us.
just saying you also an Aquarius. That's it.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We got it fixed now.
Are we there now?
Yeah, I know it's working now. Okay, one in chat. I'm pretty sure it's already good, but go ahead and put ones in chat for just in
Shit, they
case.
can
Yeah.
hear us. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
There we go.
yeah,
We
all right.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I know it's good. But yeah, guys, we're gonna start this little debate off with some different double standards in dating. We're gonna start with the body count one first. Is it bad for men and women to have? We're gonna say both. Is it bad for men and women to have high body count? We'll start actually, Don, with you. I want to know: do you think that a man can have a high body count but a woman can't?
Correct.
You do?
I think that a man doesn't lose value with a high body count. A woman does.
Okay, but but is there a number to that? Like, do you think that like after 50 or 100, it can be damaging to him?
To who?
To the guy?
No.
No.
I think after 2, it could be damaging to the guy if he got an STD that can't go away. But in terms of number, as long as he's clean, he's straight.
So what about for a woman? Like, what's too high for the woman?
It really depends on the guy, but in her age, but in general, like I wouldn't place a number on it, but you could tell when the girl's been around too many men. I don't know.
You can just tell.
Yeah, I don't really have a number.
Well,
on
because
it.
she's not going to be honest with you, so you have to tell by other things. Is
Yeah,
what you're kind of saying.
Yeah, you have to have her in the right social setting.
Yeah.
Really, you'll really never know what their number is. Like they'll tell you, and in the back of your head, you're really not going to actually believe it. But you can tell based off of the way that they act in certain social settings.
Here, go ahead and respond.
I just think that he had a great point that like you'll never be able to tell. Anybody can tell you anything, which is why that shit is arbitrary and it don't matter. Like I could tell you 156 niggas I fucked last night. Did I? Of course not. Do it matter? No.
That doesn't make any sense.
But I'm saying you won't be able to tell. That was your original point, that you won't be able to tell and a woman won't be able to tell. There are no standard physical indicators to say that you've had this many partners. It's not like a tree when you cut it open, you see the rings and you can tell how long it's been alive. It's no indicator.
If you
so
can't,
it doesn't matter.
If you can't see that somebody has herpes, does it matter that they don't?
But we're not talking about STIs. We're talking about sexual partners.
It doesn't matter, but
that's literally the question that you just asked, right? Sexual
it's
partners,
not that it
not
doesn't.
STIs.
It's not that it doesn't matter.
But if we're talking about partners, let's stay on partners. If you're saying that you cannot tell, no matter what number a woman tells you, you won't be able to verify it to see if it's confirmed or denied. So what difference does it make? The same way she can't.
How can you invalidate what somebody cares about just because they can't prove what the actual number is?
Who said anything about feelings? We're talking about the numbers.
But you just said it doesn't matter.
If you cannot tell, then why are you asking? If it doesn't matter what answer she gives you, why are you asking?
If you can't tell how I got my money, then why are you asking?
Who the fuck asking about money? I'm not finna ask her as long as it's not illegal. But again, you keep
as
changing
long
the
as it's not as long as it's not illegal. You don't
right, but your question was about how many. Let's focus on that because now you're going to STIs and money. No.
But you said if it doesn't
how
matter.
Many partners? Yeah. And you said earlier, a direct quote is on tape that. Even if you ask, you cannot verify that actual number. She can tell you a number, and you cannot verify if it's true or false. So why ask in the first place? Why use your energy on that? Because she can't tell with you either.
So it don't matter. So
what I'm saying
I mean, to women,
why
from a woman's perspective, does it matter how many bodies? So a lot of women say it doesn't matter, right?
So I can't speak for all women. I'll say for me, if a man has if he has an unhealthy relationship with sex, like if he has like a sexual addiction that he's not getting treated, or if he has, if he's been in like unsafe sex work, then we're talking about like the mental implications of that. But in general, the amount of people that he's been sexually active with, as long as he protected himself, as long as he didn't do anything without someone's consent, I don't care. As long as it's not an unhealthy, like somebody does, what's the term? A nympho, right? Like that type of shit, like you need like a diagnosis, right? Just to make sure you're okay.
A sex addict.
If we're talking about like an illness, and of course I'm concerned about your mental health and well-being, but if we talking meat and potatoes, just how many girls you fucking, it don't matter. Do it still work?
To me, I think
Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
Oh, we're about to go viral.
Sure.
men give a fuck.
That's not a secret.
The thing is, men care about body counts simply because you would ask a woman, hey, listen, will you write your body count on your forehead and just walk around? Hell no. Why? If it doesn't matter. A man should know. Listen, women out here throwing the pussy from the free throw line. And they got more bodies and they got more bodies and they got more body. And a woman's body breaks down over time. It fucks up your pH. Yes, it fucks up your pH balance.
One partner can fuck up your pH balance. It don't have to be a lot. The one wrong nigga can fuck up your pH balance.
And if one can fuck it up, then 50 can wreck it.
No.
And for us,
if all 50 are protected, you'll be fine.
For
one
us,
person can mess up your. That's a horrible balance.
Energy is
and even like that. But now you're talking about energy. Y'all keep changing. Is it energy? Is it pH? Or is it body?
It's all of it.
It's a combination.
It's a combination. That's why women are not built to be that way.
So you don't think that men's energy get fucked up?
You just said you don't care.
I'm asking a follow-up question. Energy. He said first, do I care about the number? And I said, as long as it's not affecting his mental health or his well-being. So energy falls in that parameters. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Cool. So if his energy is fucked up, you don't think he could get fucked up from having sex with hella girls he never had to learn foreplay with, if he's never learned how to be intimate, if all he know how to do is fuck, that fuck up somebody's energy from having hella sex.
But who's affected more?
A man who has shitty energy in a sexual place, everybody who's around him is affected.
So on your end, you said that you care if a guy has had unprotected sex, and he's getting STDs, right? Because that's a sickness, right?
I care if everybody. I don't want nobody.
Okay,
STDs. That's
right.
Gender neutral.
On our end, we think it is a sickness for a woman to want to fuck multiple dudes.
So a woman should only want to have sex with one person in her whole life.
Yes.
Oh yeah, y'all not getting up.
We think.
Next question.
I'm not. Okay.
Shit.
What? So y'all want a lady that's a robot? Who
Is she a robot?
What? Just name
So-
one human being that has one desire for one person their entire life throughout their whole evolution. They only ever want one thing. Have you ever only wanted one food and one food only for your whole life? Only want to wear the same color? Only want to drive the same car?
Wait,
only
are you
wanna
whoa,
wear the
wait? Are
same
you
houses?
script? Are you
Go ahead,
changing
go ahead.
the script? You're
No,
talking
I'm
about
asking
food
you
now.
a question.
Wait,
I'm
I
asking you
thought
a
we were talking
question.
about women. Now
I'm
you're talking
asking you
about
about
food.
desire.
Because that's what.
Stay
That's,
with me. I know I'm going fast. The baseline is desire.
that's
You're saying that people should only desire one thing all the time
Hell
for
yeah.
the rest of
Yeah.
their life.
yeah.
And in what
Correct.
other bucket does that make sense? Just
Oh,
name what other facet
Well,
of
well,
life
I
does that
can.
make
Well,
sense?
well, like you just what we talked about before the show. There's consequences for everything that you do. Right now, in our community
You're not
alone.
answering my
So no, but
question.
I'm gonna lay it out on. I'm gonna make the bed up here. Just lay down on it real quick.
Nope.
My thing is this: 70% of mothers right now are single moms because they gave the pussy away to somebody that didn't deserve the pussy.
Oh.
There are women out here right now saying, "Oh my God, please lay down, and go to sleep, baby," and there's no man there. And the
And
reason
that is
that
not the fault of the woman.
no, yes, the woman controls sex.
So it's the fault of the woman that both parties made a baby and
She-
one party abandoned their responsibilities.
No, a woman should know because women have the intuition. If a
I
woman
didn't say shit about
I
women
didn't say.
having
I'm talking about in
intuition.
general. Women say we have intuition. Women know when a man ain't shit.
Okay,
Correct.
and we're also not going to sit up here and lie and act like men do not manipulate women, manipulate
Oh,
situations,
but women are
and
strong.
manipulate emotions.
Women are strong.
We're not talking about strength. We're talking about mental warfare. Men, literally, if you get on Twitter right now, niggas will sit up there and say, "Oh yeah, I did this the first couple of weeks. I did this. I put on the front. I put that shit on, fronted to do whatever I need to do. Lie about her flowers. Did all of this to get one thing."
And she fell for it.
Y'all are socially constructed and conditioned to manipulate people. So it's not all on a woman. Should people have better discernment in general? Yes. But to say that it's a woman's fault that she's a single mother when the man literally bailed on the kid, he's the villain here, not
It
the
is.
woman.
No, but without
Also,
okay.
how do we get to single women? Because I was talking about desires. You said you was making a
Desires,
bed.
yes.
It's looking like a palette.
No, right, and it's a palette because you're not able to find comfort in it because you know I'm telling the truth. All of this
No.
shit is connected. You said a
You're
woman should not.
switching.
You said a woman should. You just said to us, y'all want a woman that desires only one thing for the rest of her life. Do you want her to be a robot? She should desire one thing.
One
because,
man.
But one man.
So the first
because,
man I ever met in my whole life, that's what I'm supposed to want to be with.
Yeah, the first man.
The boy that I met in my third grade class who ate his boogers. That's what I'm supposed to be with.
The first man.
What the fuck are you saying?
No, what I'm saying is the first one that bust a nut in you is the one you
Yeah.
should marry.
Right,
Facts.
but that's not. First of all, most people. That's disgusting. That's not what you said. You said a woman should desire one man all the time for the rest of her life. When did she meet this man? Just lay it out for me. Y'all making a bed.
The
what
man
man?
What
the
man that you fuck?
Well, yeah, we were talking.
So
we were
one
talking
man-
about sexual intercourse.
Sexual intercourse. If
Right.
you meet a man and you have sex with him, make that
So
motherfucker
the
your husband.
first man that I ever thought about having sex with, because we talking about desires, not execution.
Right.
Desires. First
Okay.
one I ever desire, I want that dick. That's what I'm supposed to be with. For the rest of my life.
No. I'm talking as far as physical. If you have sex with that man, you should be with that man.
So the first person that a woman ever had sex with is who she supposed to marry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And so marriage is only constituted on the premise of sex. Nothing like compatibility,
No.
emotional stability, I don't know, financial
Well,
stability,
hold on.
the state they fucking live
Well,
in. None of the little
it'll
shit
be
makes
less.
sense just 'cause
Okay,
they
then.
fucking.
Okay, let's say the men ain't shit, or the men don't bring that up. But what about the strong-minded women that will say that? There's this thing that women.
Who said I'm shaming?
No,
are
not-
these real people or are these bots? Or we not supposed to look at that?
Don't look at that.
Yeah, don't
I'm
look
like,
at it because it
boy,
ruins the
Yeah,
show.
there's a thing that women need to have, and I tell my sisters this as well. There's a thing that you need to have in your head, and it's called look a dick. My thing is this: you're in here. If you're gonna have sex with all these men, look at the dick and see if there's a condom on it. Nobody's looking at it. Everybody want raw dog Ronnie and curved dick Roosevelt, and nobody's looking at the dick. Nobody's looking at it.
I don't
Nobody.
think that's true. I think a lot of women are practicing safe sex, but I also think
70% are
I
single
think-
moms.
Right, but that doesn't mean that they didn't practice
That's
safe sex.
unprotected.
But you also, first of all, condoms break.
It's
They're not-
33 contraceptives for women.
Right. Okay. Condoms break.
Damn,
33.
Okay. So what we're not gonna do is talk about contraceptives because none of y'all have reproductive hormones and y'all don't know the science behind
That
it.
doesn't
A lot of
mean
women,
anything.
it definitely does
No,
because
it
a lot
doesn't.
of women cannot use certain contraceptives. Because
Out of 33?
So is that men's fault that women can't use certain
Are y'all
contraceptives?
gonna let me finish my sentence?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead.
So first of all, we're gonna go back to the beginning, which
Yes.
is how flawed it is to say that sex is the only predicator for a relationship is spending the rest of your life with somebody. That's wild to tell men or women.
You shouldn't have sex.
The
period.
the second thing is there are so many contraceptives that do not work that are ineffective for certain women based on previous illnesses. A lot of women have PCOS. 1 in 4 black women have PCOS. That immediately takes off 30 contraceptives right there. All birth control don't work. It can throw off your hormones. Condoms break. Niggas commit sexual assault and take off condoms during sex. A lot. Put those numbers into
So
your
if
perspective.
33 contraceptives.
What are
So
the
if
33
Pick
contraceptives?
one.
If
Give me
33
10.
options don't
Give me
work,
10.
why are you still having unprotected sex with people?
Exactly.
But what it's not about having unprotected sex. It's saying that even if you use them, they may not be effective.
So you shouldn't have sex. You're
Okay,
proving our
and-
point.
and what should men
So
be
you
doing?
should only wait for
So-
that one person that you
But
care
I'm not
about.
gonna wait
You're
for that
proving
one
the
person
point.
if I'm not dating
You're
anybody.
literally proving the point. You
There
just
is
said
no point.
all the options to stop and make yourself more safe aren't working. So I'm just gonna sleep around with more people
But who
until
said anything about sleeping around? All
That's
I
what we're
said is y'all
talking
saying
about.
that somebody should be with the first person that they ever freak in their life, and that's dumb.
that is what you're supposed to do. Okay.
Is that what you do?
So we're gonna ask you a question. Would you rather have a man that is experienced or a virgin?
We're gonna go back to my question.
Would you rather have a man
My
that
question, which is what I asked before, is what would you do? What did you do? Did you stay with the one person that you had
we're
sex with the
talking
first
about
time?
women. We said
No, we're
women
talking about
should.
double standards.
We said
Wasn't that your
women.
question?
Yes,
Yeah.
women
Double
should.
standards, meaning it's two
Women
parties.
like
so
I
we
said.
did 75% of women. Now we finna switch it to the men.
My answer.
No, but the value change, like he said
Yeah.
earlier.
The value of what?
The value of a woman. Okay, let me give you an
But
analogy.
y'all still didn't answer my question. Did y'all stay with the first person that y'all had sex
We
with?
just
Are y'all
said-
married? Are
we-
either
we
one of
Men and
y'all
women are
married?
not the same. Hold on,
We
hold on.
answered your question.
Men and women are not the same. Here, let him go really quick. Go ahead.
So let me
What you supposed to do? What's that?
let me say it like this. If you could go buy a Rolex, if I go buy a Rolex right now and I pay
Are we
30,
comparing women to property?
no. What I'm saying, if I go buy a Rolex and I pay 30 grand for it, in 6 months, when I go back to sell that motherfucker, it's not going to be worth 30 grand.
So you are
right?
comparing women to
They're
property.
going to the man
just
that I'm selling it to is going to give me what he think it's worth. Women are the same.
So you're
It's the
comparing
same.
women to
Hey,
property.
It's the
let him
same
finish, let him
thing.
finish,
You
let him
just
finish.
compared them to food 2
I was just
minutes
about to
ago.
No,
say
I
Right.
did not
Like
compare them
what?
to food. I compared desires to food.
Like
I
what?
compared desires to food.
It's the same. It's the same thing. A woman can. You want to fuck through your 20s. You want to fuck through your 30s. Then at 38, I want to get married.
Who wants to get married at
No,
38?
but what? That's my point. Like everybody wants to.
And what do men do? They want to fuck through their 20s.
Men
They want
and
to
women
not
are not the
practice
same.
any
But
emotional
ma'am,
stability.
you have more to lose.
No.
You have more to lose. You're
What
gonna
are
walk
we
around for
losing?
9 months, hormonal changes, baby comes, then now you got to go to you got to get child care. The man's not in your life. Now you got to suffer PTSD from abandonment from the man. The baby got to suffer from abandonment from a man you want to fuck because your pussy was wet and you just, I feel like I want to get some dick tonight, so I'm just gonna fuck Curb Dick Roosevelt over here that don't have no job. And Uber pulled up here with this motherfucker. He ain't got no job, he ain't got no car, but girl, he got a big dick. So you go fuck Big Dick Willie.
This is so specific. Did this happen to you?
No,
Okay.
I do shows. This is what I do. I have
That's an add-on and-
yeah,
I was
right.
about to say, this is just
I
such
do
a specific.
I do
such a
this
specific
content
case.
and I talk to people and men and women about this stuff every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on my show and 5 days a week.
And these the same slogans you be
No,
using?
no, it's not the same slogans.
Oh,
what
I'm
it
just
is,
curious.
what
I
it is,
like
no,
the Curb
Here,
Dick
let
Roosevelt.
him finish.
we're not. What we're saying is that the value changes in a woman who has had sexual encounters with men because women are highly emotional and they attach themselves to toxicity. That's why when you go have sex with a man, you need to say, this man I'm having sex with, if I get pregnant by this man, I'm okay with it. But if you just out just trying to get
There's
a
just
quickie,
so much to unpack there. I'm trying.
okay, go ahead and unpack it.
No, I literally, it's moving at such a unorganized pace. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah, it just lowers the value.
Okay.
And if you ask men right now, if you got in the chat and say, hey, men, does it lower value if you found out your woman been with 30, 40, 50 men, and then she all of a sudden a light bulb went off one day and say, hey, listen, I'm ready to get married now.
Isn't she already his girlfriend though?
Okay, listen, let me say this. I work with kids, right? And I had kids stand up in front of a female, and I had the female hold a mason jar. And a teenager, hold a mason jar full of water. And I had all the boys stand in front of the girl and open a bag of Cheetos and chew it and hold it in their mouths. Don't swallow it. And I had all of them walk around and spit inside the mason jar. And the girl said, oh, this is nasty. I said, drink out of it. She said, I'm not drinking that. I said, before they spit in that mason jar, that was you. You were pure. You were ready to go. You were good. But all these different men that spit in your mason jar, that represents all the men you've had sex with. If you're not going to drink from it, why would you want to give it to your husband?
Can I ask you a question?
Why would you want to give that to a man?
I just have one question.
Yes.
Did these children's parents know that you did this
Hell
fucking
yeah.
social experiment? Did
Hell
they
yeah.
consent to it?
Yes.
What school district?
Yes. I'm not in the schools. I work with children.
So I just want to
That is so wrong and so invasive and so
How?
inappropriate on
How?
so many levels.
That's the truth.
You're talking to other people's children about sex.
Yes.
Telling a child her value because of little boys that spit on her.
No, not spit. Oh my God, you
Or
missed
spit
it.
in the mason jar in front of her. They spit 3 inches away from her.
They spit inside the mason jar. I said,
And
"Will you?"
parents say
I
y'all
asked her,
feminists.
"Will you drink that?" She said, "No, I'm not going to drink that."
It's just an experiment.
Right.
I think you're not understanding.
This is-
Like you do
no, no, no,
experiments in science class at school. Like it's just an
Yeah,
experiment.
so science class, yes, right. There was a basis behind it. There were theories that were
Yes,
proven.
this is proven.
This is some shit this nigga made up at home.
This is proven.
Proven what? That little kids are spitting out Cheetos?
It proves that it proves to me that you don't know the numbers.
I don't need to know the
because I also have a
First of
nurse.
all, you're not a social scientist.
No,
so
but
how are you
what I'm
even
saying is you don't know the
conducting
numbers.
these
I have a nurse that says, you know what? On my show, I could give you the link. You can watch it. She said you will be amazed to see how many 12-year-old, 13-year-olds, and 14-year-olds come in my emergency room in labor every fucking day.
Teenage pregnancy has been a pandemic.
Exactly.
It's
So
been
why
a
not
pandemic.
teach these young kids now that if they throw their pussy around it, if you start having sex at 13
but
years
it's
old, by the
young
time
kids
you
though,
40,
though.
your pussy is you're so disconnected. You're just numb.
So I think that sexual education and sexual health should be taught to everybody.
But they don't teach it like that no more.
Right, but what I'm saying is your whole focus of your curriculum shouldn't only be on little girls.
But you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish.
But you didn't. I let you start, and all you started with was your pussy around your pussy, your pussy, your pussy.
Right.
You didn't say nothing
But you
about
didn't let
talking
me
to
finish.
these little boys about sexual education or their sexual health or their sexual responsibility.
Well, let me opine.
Maybe you should focus on your demographic and let a woman come in and do a social experiment for the girls because it's not your place.
Right, hold on. Yeah, it is my place.
And you're not the expert on women because you're a man.
Watch this. But even just let me get this one off real quick. With the boys, I tell them when I tell the little boys the same thing.
What you tell?
I tell them don't stick your dick in trash cans. Period.
That's not the same.
I tell them don't date single moms.
That's not.
I tell them it is the same thing. Don't date single moms. Don't take your dick out fucking all these females because what they're going to do, they're going to trap you.
So you don't actually teach them sexual health or sexual education.
Yeah, no,
them based on your own projecting.
keep your dick in your boxers.
Okay.
Or you're gonna be a statistic, and you're gonna be a part of that court system. You're gonna be a part of the child support. You're gonna have a felony. Your license is gonna get taken from you. You can't get a job. Yes, you can't pay child support. You get a felony now.
Okay. Or maybe a proactive approach would not be talking about child support or felonies or comparing a vagina to a trash can.
Yes,
maybe
it is
would
a trash
just
can.
be teaching. I don't know, sexual health for everybody, sexual education for everybody, sexual responsibility.
That shit don't work.
Emotional responsibility, emotional intelligence, so that it can shift the narrative in a more holistic way instead of shifting the blame only on women and taking all of the accountability off of men.
I just have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So first and foremost, I wanted to lay out that you try to invalidate his statement by saying that he's not a social scientist, right?
I said he conducted a social experiment and he's not a social scientist. I didn't invalidate it. He did it already.
Why would you say that without trying to invalidate his statement?
He already conducted the experiment. How can I invalidate something that's in the past?
You're trying to invalidate it by saying he's not a social scientist.
I'm saying that he's not a social scientist.
If I say 2 + 2, does it still equal 4 even though I'm not a mathematician?
Yeah, so learning math and teaching math are not the same.
So let's move on.
Regurgitating math and teaching math
let's
are
move
not
on.
the same.
Let's move on.
Y'all thought that was a bar?
Let's move on. What
It
exactly
really
was your
wasn't.
question earlier? Because you said that you had a question, and I believe that I answered it whenever I said that men can sleep around because women are attracted to men that get women. Men are not attracted to women that sleep with multiple men. If you want to test this out, we asked you, do you care about a guy's body count? You said no, as long as they're clean. Then we answered the question, do we care about women's body count? Yes, we do. I didn't place a certain number on it because, we're all different ages. If somebody is 21 and they have 21 bodies versus somebody's 40 with 21 bodies, that's way different. Obviously, 21 isn't my thing, but obviously it's a different like place in their life, right? So to answer your question, he conducted that experiment with girls because that is the best way that you can conduct that experiment with girls. You didn't let him finish on how he answered with little boys.
Right.
The way to show
I did let him finish.
the way you show little boys about like what they do with sex is if you walk around putting your penis inside of everybody, you might be responsible for a child with whatever women you lay down with. If you talking to little girls, you're going to say, hey, every single penis that goes inside of you, it's like a trash can. He's not calling a woman.
He called the vagina the trash can, not the penis.
That's what he's calling the vagina a trash can. Right. He's not saying a vagina is a trash can. He's saying, like, think of it as a trash can. You're throwing trash in it. The more trash you build up, the more nasty it gets.
So
exactly.
the premise of your conversation with adolescents is comparing reproductive organs to places to put trash. Whether a trash can has trash in it or not, it's still a trash can.
Exactly.
They're
That's-
using analogies because it's easier to
still
understand it.
Right.
But they're shitty analogies. One, two, it's a very harmful conversation to start with people at such an impressionable age. That should not be the conversation around sexual health and sexual responsibility. That's dangerous rhetoric.
I'm at school meetings where 13-year-olds are sucking dick behind the school. These kids are advanced.
Age.
They're very advanced. So
they're
you got
to hypersexual
but
age.
you have to meet these kids where they are. You can't go in there talking about, well, listen, turn to page 55 and let's talk about the penis.
But
you can't do
you
that.
also can't have them spitting out Cheetos, them motherfuckers. That's wild as hell.
You spit the Cheetos. You're right.
That is wild.
If you can't drink those Cheetos out that fucking mason jar, then
if it was my Cheeto that I spit in a mason jar, I'm not drinking that shit because it's nasty.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
Water?
Right. And who wants a pussy that's been fucked by 100 men? That's the whole
point. If
point.
It's been fucked by one. If it's one Cheeto, it's gross because it's Cheeto water. Like, this is a dumb experience.
No, it's not a dumb experience.
Now I'm invalidating it. I wasn't doing it before.
The chips,
I'm doing it. Let the record show I'm invalidating this shit right now.
The Cheetos represent multiple penises.
As a former
it's
educator,
what it is.
As a former educator who worked with a very, very, very impressionable and vulnerable group of students, the conversation around sexual health, I agree with you, cannot be the same textbook.
Exactly.
It cannot be boring, but it also cannot be harmful in its origin.
Uh-huh.
And to start the conversation with saying that your value depreciates and yours doesn't, that is harmful. The conversation should start with, hey, this is how you have meaningful relationships. Think before you fuck. Everybody think before you fuck.
He never said
not
he
just
started
men,
the conversation
I did
with
not.
that. He said that was an element of what he schooled.
He literally said, I tell my girls your pussy is a trash can. That was the
I
first bar.
did not say that. That's not what I said.
What's the first bar then?
That's
not
what I
pussy's
said.
Trash can.
That's not what I said.
So what you
I
say?
said I told the little boys, do not stick your penises in
what you
trash
tell the little
cans.
girls?
And I tell the little girls,
your pussies are like trash cans. The more that's go in it, is the more nasty it's gonna be.
I didn't say trash cans. I said the more men you have sex.
We are on camera,
ma'am. Okay, let me repeat what I said. The boy spit the Cheetos in the glass.
Right.
I told the girl the glass before the Cheetos was your purity. But if all these guys spit in that represents the penis. That's all those boys represented a different penis that was inside of you that left something inside of you. It is no, I didn't. I told the little boys don't stick their penises in trash cans. That's what I said.
So what's a trash can? A pussy.
A pussy.
That's what you call a little girl.
You're arguing over words. At the end of the day, he's trying.
Because that's harmful.
It's not harmful.
So
because the kids
to tell a 13-year-old to equate her reproductive organs with a trash can is harmful.
Not a 13-year-old girl. I don't want her to be the 40-year-old girl that can't find a husband and go buy a dog and die alone.
I think sexual education for little kids is just a touchy subject because you're just arguing about the word that he's using.
I'm arguing about the social experiment that was conducted, and the premise of that was using a metaphor, calling the reproductive organ a trash can. That's not me being caught in semantics. That's literally the basis of the social experiment, and it's a good metaphor, except it's harmful.
But guess what? Guess what though? Some of the kids' reactions to that
are visceral. I imagine.
Well, no. The kids' reactions to that is like, what? Dang. And then, so now you hear the girl say in the class, I'm not doing that. I ain't finna have no, I'm not finna have no Cheeto vagina.
Right.
Right?
So just
because now they understand.
Just because something is effective doesn't mean that it's right. I think a lot of things that have happened in the world are effective. They're effective methods. They can sway people one way or another. They can condition people one way or another. It doesn't mean it was right. And I mean, I think you could think of like 3 examples off the top that led to like genocide and shit. Like that's
absolutely. But like you, for instance, I think you're a very attractive young lady. There are girls out here right now that are 13 years old that's built just like you.
Yeah.
Right? And so those girls are being not only
hypersexualized. Yeah.
Right. Not they're fucking teachers, softball coaches, they're fucking dudes that's their age, they're fucking their next door neighbor when the wife goes to the grocery store. I'm telling you this because I have a 19-year-old daughter, and my 19-year-old daughter put me up on game. She said, Daddy, these girls, when she was in high school and middle school, she said, Daddy, these girls are plotting to have sex with teachers.
Yeah.
They're plotting to have sex. One girl said, I'm having sex with my neighbor. Right? So my daughter keep me up on game about she keeps her ear to the street because she tell me everything. Daddy, these girls are wild.
And I used to teach in one of the most vulnerable schools and populations in Chicago public schools. And I will say that is one side of the coin, but we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge the other, that these men are also predatory and they
absolutely.
And they look for the girls who don't have 2 parents at home. They look for the girls who have trouble pasts. They look for the girls who are financially unstable and insecure. They look for the girls who are hyper developing, and they plot on them and they play on their insecurities and they prey on them.
And now hold on, watch it. Now what's the first thing you said? That children that don't have what at home?
They have broken family homes. That's
Right,
what I
and
see.
why is those families
It's a lot
broken?
of ways. It's a lot of ways. It ain't just because it can be single daddies too.
Right, but I'm saying, but why? But 70% are women. That's we can Google it.
I won't say not in my classroom.
Okay, 70. Hold on, but 70%. So that means if women had sex with men they were married to, it would be more
marriage does
two-parent
not
homes.
protect you from not being a. I know plenty of women who started out married and are single moms now because the husband up and leave, get a divorce, and start a whole new fucking life.
Right, but that's the extreme.
That's not the extreme. That happens more often than not. Worst case scenario, an extreme is saying like she's a widow. That's an extreme.
A two-parent home is always, if you ask anybody, a two-parent home is always better than a one-parent home.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Right, and if women and men were married, if women married before they carried, it would be more structured households. And you wouldn't have to worry about kids coming to school, and because daddy would be at the school choking the fuck out the teacher.
Right, but marriage doesn't
talk to his daughter.
But marriage doesn't. Marriage is not only on the place of the woman to start, initiate. Again, we're talking about two parties here.
Yeah,
both people are involved, so both people have to be accountable. But also, just because you're married, it does not mean that a woman won't end up being a single mom. I've seen women say that they're still in their marriage. Their husband live in a house. He don't know the name of her teachers. He don't know the name of the kids' doctors. He don't know the kids' birthdays. The dad be there, but he don't be there. The dad provides, like our conversation earlier, financially, but in no other way does he show up for the family. And so in a lot of ways, those mothers still feel single to the point that the dads don't even know what's going on in the school. The kids don't trust them with their issues, with their concerns, because there's a shift in a relationship dynamic. So what I'm saying is marriage does not protect you from being a single parent on either spectrum, a man or a woman.
But even, okay, so my daughter's 19, right? And my daughter right now, she'll tell me, hey, daddy, I'm still a virgin. I'm like, okay, you don't have to tell me that, but okay, I'm glad you are. Thank Jesus. But anyway, shit. But anyway, and the reason for that is because she always...
Because you know how dangerous men are.
Right? And how does she know that?
I said, because you know how dangerous men are.
I don't want to drag it all too long with this question, but that's literally what his whole social experiment...
men are dangerous?
Can I finish? His whole social... You keep proving his point. You literally said there's all of these men that are preying on women, waiting for their downfall, all of this, and all he is saying is acknowledging that there are weird dudes. There are dudes that just want you for sex, and wait until you find that one and lock them down.
But
that's the whole premise of the whole argument.
He's saying that he's telling the boys, y'all gonna go to jail, y'all gonna get felonies. He's telling the girls, keep your legs closed, your pussy is a trash. That's not the same as be careful.
But let me tell you.
That's not the same as be careful.
But let me tell you what I told my 19-year-old daughter before she went out to college. I say, listen, if you were, because we have these conversations and she appreciates, she always come back and say, Daddy, you was right. Them dudes do say this, right? And I told my daughter, I say, listen, baby, if you come home pregnant, and you're not married, and you come home pregnant to me in my house where you still reside, and I take care of you, right? And I'm your covering, right? If you come in here and say you pregnant, the first question I have for you: have you been sexually assaulted? If you tell me you have not been sexually assaulted, it's your fucking fault because I put your ass up on game. I told your ass how they're gonna finesse you, and I told you what they were going to do to you. So if you open your legs to a motherfucker that didn't commit to you, it's your fucking fault. It's nobody's fault but yours because I put your ass up on game.
Remember earlier when we was talking about, you was like, oh, women supposed to be strong, they supposed to have intuition, and I was like, niggas be finessing and manipulating people, and y'all was like, no. But then you just told your daughter that they in fact do be finessing and manipulating.
Yeah,
people.
I have to teach her that though. But that's what men are for. Men need to be teaching their daughters that these dudes out here that are raised by these single moms, they raised like little bitches, and they're gonna try to manipulate your daughter.
Or is it just that socially men are conditioned to do that? Because you gotta, in order to put somebody on game, you gotta know the game.
Exactly.
Was you raised by a single mom?
No.
Okay, but you know the game somehow. So it doesn't matter who you was raised by. Society is conditioning men to be manipulative, to lie, to navigate in these social ways to get what they want from women without any responsibility. It don't matter who raised them, because you wasn't raised by a single mom, yet you know the game and you was able to teach them. But the game is directly correlated to men, and it's on y'all to stop treating that shit like it's
fault is it that you were manipulated?
Right.
Is it a guy's fault that you were manipulated mentally?
Who
do you have
manipulated?
No, you. We talking in general. In general.
Whose fault is that?
The person who's doing the manipulating.
Oh no.
So what we're saying is it's okay to manipulate people.
No, pull that back up. Pull that back up. Pull that back up.
I'm asking.
We're gonna read
That's
that.
not what
Because
we
y'all
said.
saying it's the fault of the person who was a victim of the manipulation instead of the person to just not manipulate people.
So do women?
How
Do women have
how
free
about
will?
this?
Do you
'Cause
have control?
I got
Do
3
women
minutes.
have
I
control?
got 3 minutes. That's what I got. So how about this? Instead of teaching our daughters to stay up on game, how about we teach our sons to just stop trying to finesse bitches and be honest?
So you're
Well,
talking about
so you're
I-
gonna take the responsibility off the woman to keep her legs closed?
No. We're not talking about sex. We're talking about manipulation. Instead of saying, hey, this is how you protect yourself from getting manipulated. This is how you protect yourself from getting finesse. How about we have that conversation with boys and say, stop lying, stop misleading people, stop doing shit that's not honorable, and stop doing shit that doesn't have any integrity.
Did you?
And just be
the-
honest.
You didn't listen to anything we said earlier.
The-
It's honorable.
Can
for
we do
us.
both? Can we get mad at men and get mad at the women? Can
Yeah.
the women?
I
Can
think
we
that's
tell
equal
women to keep their legs
responsibility,
closed and
but I
also
think-
tell men to stop sleeping around? We can do both.
I think that we can do
both.
both, but I don't think that's like telling somebody like who got in a car accident like, oh, you shouldn't have been driving. Like, gee, that's not
It's
a
not. It's not
thing.
victim. It's not victim blaming at
But
all.
that's what
It's
it-
not.
but that's what they
No.
saying,
It's
that
not.
she
I
shouldn't
just
have got
said
finessed.
no. All they're saying is we're talking about the one side of it, which is women need to keep their legs
But I'm
closed.
just
But
saying, why-
also men stop being shitheads too.
Exactly.
It's
Right,
both.
but okay, so
It's both.
what I'm saying is y'all saying that it's both, but we've been talking for like an hour and it's been 56 minutes on women. All I'm saying is keep the same energy for men.
No,
That's all
we're
I'm
different.
saying.
But women have a
It's not
responsibility.
about, I said keep the same energy,
But-
not the same
but-
approach.
but-
Y'all can be different.
But
what I'm
women
saying
have
is
a. Well, I got
put
to teach
the
my
same
my.
effort.
I teach my 19-year-old again. Talk to my daughter. You are responsible for where your life is going.
Yes.
And if you get out and get pregnant by a man, or you get prematurely pregnant and you going out slanging that pussy from the free throw line, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be sitting up here. You're going to have, and I hate this as I hate when women are the most dangerous thing for women, because what happens is women will tell a woman, girl, go out and live your life. So she's going to go out and live her life. She's going to fuck 20, 23, 27, 30, 35. Then she's going to get 40 and be like, damn, I want to get married. And the men that wanted you at 20, that wanted to marry you when you were 20, they no longer want you. They want the younger female. And so now a lot of women are bitter and mean and get on these platforms and get on YouTube. I can't find a man. They ain't shit. They ain't shit because you ain't shit pussy.
Okay. So if you had a 19, that was a cute speech. So if you had a 19-year-old
Thank you. I
son,
appreciate that.
what would your conversation be with him?
A 19-year-old son, same thing. These women will trap you, son. They will ruin your fucking life. If you're going to be with a woman,
So
make
it's
sure
all
you
on the
marry.
women.
No, make sure if you want to be with a woman and you put your dick in a woman, make sure that you're prepared to marry that woman.
So you would
Because-
never have a conversation with him about what we were talking about originally, like the way you put your daughter on game. You would never have a conversation with your son saying, hey, lead with integrity. Don't lie to people. Don't be dishonest.
Exactly.
Don't manipulate. If somebody not fucking with you for you, then don't fuck with them. You wouldn't say that. You would just immediately go to fuck women.
No, because I'm married, 12 years in, right? It'll be 12 years this year.
Uh-huh.
I'm married, right? And so my sons have an example to see what kind of woman, and my wife to see what kind of
but
woman
what are you
that they
telling them
want.
about them? Every time I ask you
Stop
about a
lying.
man, you tell me about a woman. I'm asking
No.
you, what do you tell men about how to be a man?
I tell my sons about sex. I tell them that when you meet a woman, make sure it's the woman you want to marry. If it's the woman you want to marry, you're going to be honest with her.
keep talking
You're going
about
to talk.
women.
Yes, you want to be honest with your wife. Right? I'm not telling him to go and fuck the half of England. I'm telling him that if you're attracted to a woman enough to fuck her, if she's good enough to hold her legs over her head, she's good enough to stand at the altar with you, son. If you're going to be with a woman sexually, marry this woman.
Okay.
Make her your wife.
And you tell them not to run game on women too.
Right. You have to want game on a woman you're going to marry.
Okay. I was just making sure because so much of your narrative has been women.
You know
and
why?
I'm wondering
because I'm tired of seeing our black women. Because
men.
I'm tired of going to parent-teacher conferences with my son, and I'm seeing all these women line up down the hallway, stressed out, leaning over on the fucking wall because they don't have no man. They made a mistake 12 years ago, 13 years ago, had a one-night stand after the club, or fucked the dude that they said, oh, I can only just fuck him once. And now we have 70% of black moms that don't have a man, and these boys are being raised by women, and now these women have turned these boys into son husbands, and now they don't make them clean up, they don't have no structure, they don't go outside and play, they don't do nothing but sit on their asses, and then when they get older, they become the same men that they mamas hate, and so now they're out here being Pookie and Ray fucking all the females, depending on females to take care of them. It's a shame that these boys are being raised by these single moms, and they taking up on the feminine characteristics of their fucking mama.
And so, what about the men who left the women? What about them? Where's their speech?
What about the men that said, "Hey, listen, I don't want this child."
Right, like I said.
And she said, I'm still going to do it anyway.
Right, but that's a small percentage, so let's not be
That's not a small percentage. A
That's
lot
not
of,
a
no, it's not.
But like,
That's a
who
large-
had more incentive
let's-
though to end the relationships? When you really think about it, though, the women have way more incentive to always walk away or ruin the relationship, especially with the government.
70 to 80%
What
of
I'm
divorces
saying
are
is
initiated
By
by women.
women.
Of course, because they be unhappy, because they be in
They
relationships.
be
with
unhappy,
niggas
and
who
then
talk
they're
like
left
this.
with the
Right, but
left with
we're
a
not-
kid.
but we're not
So it
talking
is the
about divorce.
woman's fault
But
that
now,
she is single.
Now, how did
You
she
just-
get single? Now, he said because she had a one night stand 12 years ago with Pookie and Ray Ray. You talking about a divorce. So let's focus on what he's talking about. Because again, we got 2 minutes. So, what you talking about is
10 minutes later.
no, not me. Y'all know I gotta go somewhere after this.
You're having fun, huh?
So what we talking about is, I'm asking, you're saying all this to the women. You fucked up. You made one mistake in your life, and now you never deserve anything good to happen to you, and you just got to deal with that. Where is the rage? Where is the vigor? Where is the tenacity for the men who knew? Because it's not always somebody saying, oh, I'm finna have this baby, and they say, I don't want it, and then they have it anyway. Oftentimes, to the same manipulation we were referring to earlier, the same finesse we was referring to earlier, they don't stop once you get the coochie, not the first time. So where are the words? Where's the anger for the men who purposely bail out? Where's the words for the men who know they starting a life and have helped create a life and left that life and don't give a fuck about what happens to that life? What you say to them?
The same thing. Those are some. I don't. Matter of fact, you don't associate yourself with those bitch ass niggas.
Yeah, they
and those and guess what? A large majority of those men were raised by who?
No,
They are.
It's the blaming it. So men don't have to take
facts.
accountability. So everything that's wrong with men is because of women. If those men lead them women, it's because they was raised by a single woman. So now it's the women's fault.
Listen, no.
So what came first, the chicken or the egg? When are men going to be held accountable for the shit that they
men,
do?
right? Well, let's hold men accountable,
When?
but at the same,
How?
but at the
'Cause you keep
same
saying
time,
it's women's
but
fault.
ma'am, at the same time, 70. This man just said it. 80% of all marriages end in divorce by who? These women don't want to be with the men. They don't want no structure. These women out here saying, I can do it all.
They don't want no structure. That they don't want people that's emotionally unintelligent, or they don't want to be in relationships with men who keep saying that everything that ever happens to
well, you chose.
is a woman's fault.
No. What? Let me tell you what's a disease right now.
What's a disease?
Can I tell you a secret?
COVID.
Listen, let me tell you. No. Let me tell you what it is. What is the cancer of America right now?
Stress.
A man that is masculine. A masculine man is a cancer to every feminist, every fucking, yes it is. Because right now a man cannot get on stage. Any man that's an alpha male cannot stand on any platform and say, I don't like homosexuality. I don't want my son walking around here in a dress. If you do it, you lose every fucking thing you got. You know why? Because the world is creating these little boys to wear fucking dresses, to be them, they, it, they, who, and why. You can manipulate. These boys are being manipulated by their mamas. I seen a little boy in the airport the other day, and his mom had a dress on. He said, Mama, I don't want this dress on. She said, you're going to wear it to support your sister. That was a fucking single mom. And these women, it's just amazing. It just amazes. No, it just amazes me that a man cannot be a man and a man cannot create structure anymore because we're being taken over by this soft ass fucking society that won't allow men to be men.
And that's the fault of women too. Is single mothers to blame for men not liking homosexuals? That's what you said. I'm confused.
We're on YouTube.
I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't even know how that came up into the conversation.
It's all of it is the basis of it, the foundation of it is
women fuck up everything.
No, the foundation of it is the foundation of it is we want to be powerful. We're independent. We don't need no man. I'm going to the sperm bank. I'm gonna raise this baby by myself. I don't need no structure. I don't need no masculinity. Men are too masculine. It's toxic masculinity. Women are God. Men ain't shit. Daddies ain't this. This ain't this. But you still opening your legs and throwing that ass back at midnight to a dude that you just met at the club.
So are they going to the sperm bank or getting divorced or freaking somebody 12 years ago named Pookie?
All of them. Because all of them. But yes, you have to research, honey.
This is not research at all.
No. You have to really get out and talk to. No, you have to really go out and talk to people. There are men right now paying child support for kids that are not even theirs because the woman lied. You talked about men lying a few minutes ago. All they do is lie and be manipulative. There are men right now that are paying child support on children that are not theirs and been paying it for 13 years, 14 years. right now they just did for the American Blood Bank Association just did a fucking they did a stat that says 25 to 35% of children who get DNA tests or don't even belong to the man that the woman said it was the daddy. That's a large amount of kids. Can you imagine me raising my daughter to 19 years old and I go to donate some blood to her, or I go get her DNA tested and I've been taking care of her for 19 years and she's not mine?
You would be so sad.
No shit. It wouldn't be no sadness. It'll be sad. Oh yeah, it'll be sad. It's gonna be sad for somebody. It's gonna be sad for somebody.
You're not gonna love her no less.
It's gonna be sad for some. No, but I'm saying men are getting fucked over every day, and men being held accountable. Shit, you got Donahue. What's the other crazy, the big head bitch? What's her name? Ricky Lake. You had all these different women in the '90s just slandering men. You got songs, I don't want no scrub, right? You got all these different songs and different shit that depict men. Now we're in the season where men are waking the fuck up and they're holding women accountable, and women cannot stand a masculine alpha male.
I think the same year that No Scrubs came out, Jay-Z also dropped I don't fucking feed them, take them out the hood, keep it look good, but I don't trust any. What's the name of that song? I know that song.
Big
Pimpin'.
Yeah.
I think they came out the same year. I think they both did well on the charts too. So I think for everything you're saying, which is at this point not linear or concise, there's an opposition to it. It's not. It's projection in an opinion, maybe, but even an opinion is severely jaded, and it's fine. It don't make it. I mean, it's yours, so own it. But I think that this is just taking. I don't even know where we are.
Right, and exactly, and that's the whole point.
Because we've talked about talked about gender pronouns, which I don't think there's.
Hold on.
We've talked about.
You don't think nothing wrong with that? That's the problem.
That people should say what they want to be called.
No, that's okay. Right now, I'm a camera.
Okay. But are you a camera or are you camera? Because a gender pronoun is your actual title. So are you camera or are you a camera? Is it like
I'm a camera. Look.
A camera. Got it. Okay, so then for the rest of this day, we'll refer to you as a camera.
I'm a wolf.
Cool.
Do you know teachers have to respect the pronouns of a child now? So if a child come to school and say, I'm a coyote, you got to pet them motherfucker all day. This is ridiculous.
That's not a pronoun, though.
Hold on, who are you to say that somebody's not a coyote then?
But
tell me why you're not going to respect somebody not being a coyote if they say they're not a coyote.
The producer.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what does it take from you to call somebody what they want to be called? What harm does it cause you?
He's a coyote now.
What the fuck?
What difference do it make? What is it? What are you literally? What are you physically?
Because you're opening. Okay. Watch this.
What are you losing?
No. You just said a few minutes ago, ma'am.
What are you losing?
You just said a few minutes ago, ma'am. You said these men out here are predators. So what if a predator decides, you know what? Today, I want to be a 13-year-old boy.
That's not a pronoun.
Yo, stop it.
That's
what's happening right now.
The definition of a pronoun.
Well, that's
this
definitely
is
what's happening.
A grammatical
term. Come on, man.
People are definitely claiming really stupid shit though. Like you can't deny that there's people claiming very dumb things like their pronouns and stuff, and they're very dumb.
Give me an example.
Any of them saying that they're a B person, whatever it is, and they want to be talked to as Biza or whatever the fuck they want to be called. Like all this stuff is actually very damaging because the world doesn't give a fuck about how you feel and what you think.
Exactly.
And I think the world does care. I think that's why I'm so upset about it because the world has shown that it cares and the world has made concessions for these people.
Well, no, but this is the thing. You can't be offended by what everybody else thinks in the world all the time, and this is what's happening.
But y'all offended at what everybody else doing. You saying you can't be offended what everybody else thinks, but y'all offended that somebody want to be called a coyote. What the fuck that got to do with you?
I'm not offended by it at all.
I just like
to call out because there's facts and there's opinions. So if it's a fact that's stupid, then we're gonna say it's stupid.
What if I want? Okay, I'm 39. What if I wanted to identify as a 15-year-old boy and find me a 15-year-old girl?
But that's not a pronoun.
It doesn't matter. The law is allowing people to identify on what they have to do. I can't say the name. I work at a very big, huge corporation bank, right? And I can't say the name of the place. So I don't want to get fucked over. But we had an HR meeting, and they said if a person comes in this building and they want to be called anything, you have to respect what that is. We don't give a fuck if they say they want to be a balloon. If you don't call them a fucking balloon, you're fucking fired. Mm-hmm. Right? So now they're starting to implement this in corporate businesses. So and in schools. So if I go to a school and I'm a teacher, if I was a teacher, I quit. If you go to a school and the teachers and the kids say, "Hi, Miss Taylor, I'm a balloon today." She gotta fucking go around and act like you're a balloon all fucking day? This is stupid.
So
you're opening Pandora's box, and I'm telling you, when that motherfucker open all the way up, everybody in trouble. Because now, why is this 28-year-old man with my 13-year-old daughter? Because he identifies as a 13-year-old boy.
But nobody is changing their identity on the premise of age. That's not.
Oh, there's
happening.
tons of people who dress up as babies and wear diapers and literally do child play. Yes, there's tons of people who do that. It's very big.
But people been dressing up like that since before. Like since the beginning.
Okay, but is it more out in public now more than ever? Is there literally drag shows with fucking kids?
First of all, when we started this, you said you was gonna be on my side, but I see I'm whooping y'all ass.
No, this is one subject that like I'm just very
they're drag queen preachers right now, preaching at churches with dresses on.
Back since the AOL chat rooms, it's been motherfucking predators in there talking to little kids, and they didn't need anything, any pronoun or any transition publicly for them to be predatory. So predators are going to be predators regardless. What you're not going to do is say that now that people have the identity to identify the opportunity to choose their own pronouns, that's somehow making predators more or less accessible, or making them more or less mobile.
Accessible.
More or less mobile. Nobody's saying I identify as a 76-year-old. Who the fuck is honoring that? But
everybody. I just told you my job. I work for it.
But they're talking about a name. What someone wants to be addressed as by their name. That's a pronoun.
You have to.
That's not the same.
Right now,
y'all being extreme.
No, we're not. There are people right now that say I just. What's the guy's name with the glass on? That's just talking to all the people that say their pronouns or something else. God damn it, what's his name? Anyway, I'll give it to you guys after because I got it saved in my phone for my show.
Matt Walsh.
There we go. Yeah. Matt Walsh had a lady sitting in front. He said, "Who are you? What are you?" She said, "I identify as a seal." Mm-hmm. He said, "A seal?" He said, "Aren't you a woman?" She said, "No, I'm a seal." Mm-hmm. Where's the line? Where's the fucking line? Where's the line? So that means if the police is chasing me, and because I'm running through the police just chasing me, and they say stop. And I keep going, and they shoot me, and I get injured, and they say, "Why'd you keep running?" I identify as a lion. I don't understand English.
Okay, well, if you just told them that sentence, and after they asked you the question,
no, but my point exactly. This stupid. What I just did was stupid. I'm giving you an example of this stupidity in the world that we're living in today. I don't want to identify as a fucking TV or a camera or a dog or a lizard or a snake.
But none of those are gender pronouns.
Oh my God.
Look up the definition of gender pronouns.
Okay,
that's not what it is.
Did you know they just changed the definition of a woman in the fucking dictionary? Google that shit. They just changed the definition.
What difference do it make to you? You've been calling women
females No. What I'm saying is you should be offended. As a woman, you should be offended. You got to go through menopause, hot flashes. You got to go through a period every month. You got to go through all the stresses of being a woman, getting up every morning, putting a bra on, your back cramping, where my heating pad at from a period. And then you got a man over here with a whole dress and a fucking wig on that's saying, "I'm a woman and you a cis woman. All you are is a carrier." Because that's what the fuck they're saying about you right now. You're just a carrier.
Okay. And what is that actually doing to me?
Oh my God.
What is it doing?
Okay.
What's happening?
Okay.
Yeah. Am I
that's a whole nother show.
Am I actually reduced?
You are.
Did anything about my life change?
You are. Oh my God. There's people out here right now that are challenging women right now. They're saying, "Listen, y'all can't do nothing with us. Let's just be real." I just did a show with a guy that was changing over, and he said God changed his life, and he went back to being a guy. Right? I'm going to have him on the show again. He talked about it. He said, there are men out there right now that you can't even fucking tell if they are a woman. And you mean to tell me you at the club dancing and throwing that ass back and all the men are walking out with these? Listen, I'm going to leave it alone, bro.
Walking out with trans women?
No, what I'm saying is you don't understand. I'm thinking that, you're a very intelligent woman, and I got to give you that. But you got to understand this world is fucking upside down right now.
I think that I agree with that statement, but not to the lens that you coming from. I think that all of our systems are crumbling, and that everything as we know it is plummeting in on itself. But not what you talking about.
I'm gonna start getting some of these free breakfasts. I identify as a sergeant in the Army. I'm gonna get that free breakfast at Waffle House.
Yeah, and get a federal case while you're at it. Might as well.
See, I gotta get a federal case with everybody else. Get away with it
because those aren't gender pronouns. Like
motherfuckers are saying they are this. Okay. I identify. I'm gonna go up to the. Listen, I identify as Faison Love tonight. Let me in for free.
Now that you should do, because you could probably get a free section if you did that, but you have to move your dreads.
Yeah,
you should go to the club and say you Faison Love. And
I identify as Faison.
Get somebody to play Chris Tucker.
Yeah, matter of fact, she identifies as Lil Kim. I'm Biggie Small. Let's go in the
No,
club
I want to
tonight.
be left eye.
Okay, left eye.
I look like a
Let's go.
period.
All right.
Well, guys, she actually had some plans tonight, so she has to head out now. Thank you so much for coming and being contrarian, though, or as somebody that was really good at actually holding all your points. I really appreciate that.
I love
it. Thank you so much for coming. We're gonna keep the show going, but no, you're allowed to go. Thank you. We gotta say bye to chat.
Oh, bye, y'all. And whoever said that I am bitter, I'm not.
Yeah.
You got to leave. You got to stay out there, chat, baby. You got to stay out there, chat.
I get plenty of them. Might take yours. Watch out. Okay.
Yeah, be careful, guys. No, thank you so much, and please drive safe tonight. Okay. Oh yeah. I mean, you can just walk across.
Hey,
It's no big deal.
you got our information right. I'm gonna invite her to my show so she can get the second part of this ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm gonna bring you on my show so I can.
And some ginger ale. And
See, look.
You have to pay a white girl $50, and I've been sitting here for 50 minutes. Y'all gonna get knocked out.
See, don't. See, that's the problem. See, that's the problem right there. Because you identifying as a person that want pizza now. And did you want pizza? Did you not want pizza? Shit, I'm confused.
Let's go ahead and shift, fellas.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a safe night. You switching phones? Headphones? I did. Y'all don't have to.
Oh, okay.
I did just because I might as well. No.
Man, I enjoyed that ass.
Y'all want to run through the super chats real quick?
Yeah. That's the first thing I wanted to do. Thank you, bro.
Hey, what's up to the chat, man? Thank y'all for being here tonight, man, supporting the show.
Thank y'all guys so much. If any of y'all want to show some real support, please hit the join button. I need more members for the YouTube, man.
If y'all could shift to Don's right a little bit to get y'all in the
just a
middle of the
little.
backdrop there. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, the first super chat, $2 from Zoro. Thank you so much, bro. Men lie because you 3 or 4 can't handle the truth. Man, shoot, there was nothing to. She was never gonna handle it.
And by the way, chat, I did notice some random chats about everybody saying that she came on angry. Actually, that's why we started a little bit late. We were waiting for all the ladies to show up. As y'all could tell, we only had one show up. Fuck them.
Yeah, they were scared, bro.
Yeah, but we ended up starting this debate a little early.
Yeah, guys, I had 12 bails tonight. This was a world record, I think, for bails. It was definitely a record.
Oh yeah.
$2. Your mic's off. Yeah, thank you for giving us $2 just to tell us the mic was off.
Shout out to you, JD.
Thank you, JD. Another $2. She's why black women are most divorced. God damn.
Come on through. See, they know what we talking about tonight. Let's go.
Hey, I gotta give it some homage over here. Here we go, real quick.
Buy a dog and die alone.
Hey! Go. Come on, Godfather. I heard you, brother. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, man.
Yeah, rest in peace. $5 from Zora's. Men dating strategy is to get quantity over quality. A woman's is to get the best man she can retain after you hook up. We are not the same. Bro, I don't think anything was going to go through that girl's head, bro.
Man.
There was nothing.
She was smart.
Torsia, women who seek dopaminergic sex gives.
Shout out to you, Torsia.
Have you ever had a dream that you had?
Hey, you know what's crazy? She did all that talking, and on her way out, what she say? She said, "I can get many, and I will take yours." What the fuck? That invalidates every fucking thing you said.
How, Sway?
How?
God damn.
And then she gonna say that a guy manipulated her.
Yeah. Had it as
how you strong and independent but still get manipulated?
Yeah.
That's. Oh yeah. I didn't even think how contradictory that is. $10 from Zora's Lost. Women take a huge L when they hook up with someone that's not for a long-term relationship. What's sad is that the more freedom women get, especially sexually, the more levels of depression, lonely have risen every year. It is super sad, actually.
Exactly.
Especially when the brainwashing is that far and there's nothing you can do about it, like absolutely at all. Like it seems like there's no saving her. Another $10 from Zoro. Thank you, bro. Delusional women always use sign language, shame, and so yeah. When facts make them feel bad is true, or it's not said the right way, and they wonder why society's men don't take them seriously. Yeah, I was gonna ask her at one point. I wanted to ask her, are men? I was gonna ask her like if a man doesn't want a woman who has low, or is a man allowed to have a woman with a low body count? Like want that? And if she was gonna shame me, I was gonna hit her with the fucking sign language, man. I wanted to. $10 from Mocha Bree. Thank you so much again, Mocha. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you for the sticker.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you always coming back, girl. Thank y'all guys so much. Y'all were definitely making me laugh the entire time. Shit was fucking crazy, bro. I gotta ask, man. So like, when it comes to like women like that, do y'all think that like there's anything saving those type of women? I mean, she was a smart girl, like we were saying. She actually like reads. She actually went to college probably and got a degree. Like I think she was telling us before that she went to France and studied French and stuff like that.
I got a PhD.
Yeah, she has to have some. I got a PhD. But I think all that arrogance that comes from all that time is what ends up fucking them up to where there's no saving you after that.
Exactly. And when she's 45, she can be like, "Fuck, damn it,
they were right.
I'm gonna go to Walmart parking lot and buy one of those fucking German shepherds that are on their papers." Fuck.
Buy one of them rose things that girls be having.
There, go play it again.
Buy a dog and die alone.
That's it.
Every time.
You know Walmart got those dogs out there every Saturday. People be trying to sell their dogs and shit. Just go out to Walmart and buy a dog, because with the only thing you're gonna be smart, the only thing you're gonna have to talk to is that dog. You can be as intelligent as you want to. A man don't give a fuck about your education. He don't give a fuck if you can do multiplication in your head. He's worrying about you being feminine, soft, and knowing when to shut the fuck up. And if you don't have the shut the fuck up spirit, sometimes you're never going to be with a man. My thing is this, and I swear to God, no disrespect to her, but what man in today's society in 2023 would marry her and wake up to her every day for the next 45 years?
Sounds like torture, dude.
You know, I got a question about that too, because we were talking about like why women initiate so many divorces, and just thinking about a personality type that's like that, that's super combative.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on. Like, what guy is willing to actually work through that? You know, like for so long, eventually you're just gonna be like, man, fuck this. You know?
Exactly.
But Donnie, you can't handle her. What are you talking about, bro?
I was looking at something earlier about this, and they were saying those type of women, if a woman's very masculine and dominant like that, they always end up with the beta guy that's the opposite, the feminine dude.
They want a guy they can look down on.
Yeah, it's so weird though how like that dynamic happens, but at the end of the day, they end up hating that fucking man. It never works out. It's always bites them in the ass. I was also wondering, guys, do y'all think that like those type of women, like if we could change those type of women because they're such leaders, I guess you could say,
right?
Like, do you think that if we could actually, like, if she went on your show and you actually showed her some stuff and she actually started changing her mind, is that actually what's going to make more women change? Is if we can change those really like masculine ass women, or are they just for the streets forever?
Yeah. You can't change a woman like that because her mind is set on what she believes, and even if she knows you're right, she's never going to tell you that you're right, because women don't want to be wrong. I'm not going to say all women, but some women don't want to be wrong. And a strong-minded woman like that, I can tell her the sky is blue. She's going to fucking argue. And that's the kind of woman that you'll be married to, and you'll wake up and say, oh, it's such a beautiful day. How can you say that? You haven't even walked outside yet. Like, everything is an argument. Mm-hmm. Right? And you don't want to be with a woman like that gets up every morning like a fucking cheetah. Every day. Every day. It's just, I wouldn't.
Dude, y'all missed out on the abortion argument before. Like,
shit.
Like, we were arguing about abortion whenever we were first here, and like she was very, very adamant about how because I was like, well, all I think is that if in the states where there is abortion, I was just like, the man should be able to sign his rights away. So y'all both have something to lose. Like you're both worried about the other one walking away or being able to do something. And I was like, and then here it's even now. And she was very offended by that. She was very much just like, oh no. And it's just like, but why doesn't the woman have to take responsibility for opening her legs? You have all these contraceptives. You have all these ways.
33.
All these ways to stop it. But it falls on the man still. Like, it really didn't make any sense. Like, it's crazy how even that example, because every girl on my table, whenever I do give that example, they're always like, I get that, because it's equal then. Like, each side has something to do. But it's like, I don't understand how she could not understand that was
right.
equal.
And if you, let me tell you something. I call it the bunnet peel. If you can get up every morning with that and put every night you go to bed or every morning you get up, you put that ugly ass bonnet on your head, and you don't ever forget to put that ugly ass bonnet on your head. Don't forget to take your fucking contraceptive. If you can't take the pill, go lay down and let them shoot that shit up the hole and tie your ass up for 3 years. Like, it's different. It's 33 ways a woman can shut that damn store down, and they keep having trucks back in there dropping loads off. And it's just ridiculous. I don't understand it. If I had 33 ways not to get fucking cancer, I'm going to fucking find 33 ways. They told me tonight we have 33 pills that will stop you from ever getting fucking sick. I'm going to take all them bitches until I find the one that fit me. She tried to make an excuse tonight. Oh well, women they deal with POSS and well, what about the PUSS? Why? Goddamn, you got to take it. Listen, take the fucking contraceptives.
She didn't even realize that the whole time she was proving why women shouldn't sleep with unlimited men.
Oh my God!
She's literally saying all of these don't work. Okay, so continue sleeping with more people. How does that even make sense?
Whenever you can't even protect yourself.
The whole time she has not agreed to anything that anyone says.
Right.
The whole time she's been.
She was a professional contrarian.
Here we go. I gotta get a T-shirt made. Can I tell y'all a secret? Women should not be having that kind of sex because we all know that a pussy can stink really bad. And let me tell you something. When women don't take care of it, when you're very highly sexually active like that as women, that fucking pussy is going to start stinking. And some women out here right now that have fucked 53 men in 4 years or 2 years need a douche with a battery on it. That fucking pussy be stinking like a mother. So now we don't take care of our hygiene. Women out here just fucking men, going home, fucking another one, going fucking another one. And the pussy just full of toxins and old. Listen, did y'all know scientifically? I had a guy on my show. Shout out to Mr. Bennett. I had a guy on my show that says his wife tried to donate bone marrow. And she couldn't do it because his DNA is wrapped in hers because of their intimacy. This is what the doctor told him. So this is his wife of 28 years. Can you imagine all the women that have slept with men and let them raw dog them?
Yeah, they really
How
don't
much of their
understand
DNA is a part of that woman?
They really don't get it.
They say sperm can be in a woman. The actual sperm can be in a woman up to 48 hours. It can be in her blood for 7 days. It can be in her DNA for a lifetime. You can, when these women die, you can do autopsies and find just a bag full of nut in them. It's ridiculous. It's in their bones. It's in their bone structure. It's in their fucking bone marrow. It's crazy. They need to just keep your fucking legs closed. We're shooters. Y'all are receivers.
But to answer your question, Sergio, I don't think ladies like her can change just because, one, we're in such a progressive society, and there are pros and cons of that. Obviously, like women can vote and things like that, which is cool. But the more educated you get, the more you think you expect a guy that is a certain level, and then you expect that guy that's a certain level is going to roll with your terms. And I think that a lot of times these women are looking at these progressives and following them instead of looking at their grandmothers or their parents and saying this is what they did 40 years ago and they were successful and able to lead a successful marriage. Instead, they're looking at the person with the purple hair that's we know we've talked about it before, but the purple hair that's talking about men and women are this and that. A girl should be able to do this. A guy should be able to do that. My husband can wear a dress. I don't care. Is that person married? No. Listen to your grandmother that was successful with it.
Well, she was as woke as it got. I think we all saw, like, especially with like the pronouns and stuff like that. Like that's a woke girl, like as woke as it gets, And so now I'm curious. Now, do y'all think that because I really believe truly that society could change over the next decade too, like a lot more people kind of taking our side on a lot of these things over time. This is just a personal belief. But if that did happen, do you think people like her, if the new woke movement was agreeing with all the things that we say, do you think that she could change her life? But that going with the flow, like she wants to go with what everybody else is doing.
Nope, she'll be the one standing in front of 60,000 people with one sign saying no.
Age is the only thing that will change her.
Yep.
40, like he said, 40 years old. Like, dang, she's gonna be on TikTok if TikTok is still in America, or maybe there'll be the passport girls instead of the passport bros. She can go to another country where TikTok's still alive, maybe China, and she's gonna be like, damn, the dude with the dreads, dude with the twist, and Sergio were telling me the facts, and I didn't want to listen to it because I was being manipulated by these dudes on the panel.
Yep, and she's gonna be sitting up there with that fucking pill bottle.
Her hair might be 10 colors too.
I can't take it no more.
Yo, I got a question for all three of y'all though.
Yeah.
So, obviously, women like that is not going to change. But what do you think it will be easier to target? Is it easier to change these men today to help improve the world in the future, or do you think it's easier to change women to keep preaching to the women about?
That's a good one.
I think it's men. I think men are changing right now. At an extraordinary rate. I love it. I love the fact that men are waking the fuck up and not being out here with these fucking booger wolves. They're not out here talking to the girls that are stupid. They're not out here talking to the girls that are putting their education above everybody else. They're not talking to the women. Men are waking the fuck. I'm so proud of you guys. Let me look at the camera. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are amazing. Keep waking up because y'all been asleep for a goddamn decade. Wake the fuck up. It's time. And the women right now hate it. That's why all these manosphere, purple pill, red pill, fucking Advil, everybody's shutting the men down right now because men have a voice and men are listening. Men are listening and women are in the car like, fuck Kevin Samuels, motherfucker, fuck
Buy a
Andrew
dog
Tate.
and die alone.
Right, fuck Andrew Tate. I can't. Fuck them all, right? Because men are waking up, and some men are driving their wives in the car right now. If you're listening right now, you're driving in the car with your wife, and you know that your wife is listening to this, and you're over there smiling, and you're happy because you know you woke. Your wife is pissed off right now. She's going to find a way to be angry with you for the next 5 days, and it's okay. She'll get over it.
I'd take a different approach than him. I'd target the women because men are easy. Like, we're already on track. We understand our game. We're trying to, get as many women as possible, right? Girls sit here and ignore the fact that we're literally telling you guys want to get with as many women as possible.
Yeah, fix that shit.
Right?
Fix it.
Guys want to get with as many women as possible. A girl will sit here and be like, well, a girl should be able to do this, da-da-da-da-da, and we're literally telling them, we're not attracted to that, right? So we need to tell these girls, this is how you win your game. You're right. She's 29. She's still under 30, right? You're this age, right? You have all these guys that are fawning over you for God knows why with that mentality. But all these guys that are fawning over you, lock somebody down. It's so hard because in their head, they're like, there's 50 of them. I can just brag about there's 50 guys in my DMs. I'm not even interested in them. So I personally would target the women because the women are the people that are ultimately going to multiply the world because, again, they decide who lays down and who actually gets sex. Men wife up. Women decide who has sex. So at the end of the day, they're going to be the people that are multiplying in the world.
Now, I will compliment her. She, guys, on one thing. Well, two. She was very educated. Okay. She's very smart, very well spoken, right? Which is not going to get her anywhere, but I appreciate it. Second thing is she had the hair on her head was real. It was real hair. It was very long, had a very great texture. It was real. She was not from the nation of Wiglam. So assalamu wigum to all the ladies in the chat with the wigs. But yeah, so she was not from the nation of Wiglam. She had real hair. So I can give her that and then intelligence. Everything else, dog shit that you step on the sidewalk every morning.
Yeah. I'll just to answer you, Donnie. Yeah. I kind of go with you, Don. Yeah, it's just if we could teach the women to close their legs instead of the gatekeepers of sex, then men have to start thinking of new ways to get the pussy. We're gonna be like, oh shit, we actually have to marry them. Oh shit, we actually have to wait months, or we actually, so it's all goes to them. Like, I really think that if those women, like, that's why I have the show just for women now, because it's just like, dude, if I can teach them to stop getting dickmatized and stop fucking opening their legs to these fucking guys, we might be able to fix everything. But at the same time, it's not, because it's such a numbers game. Like, there's so many. Like, there'd have to be 90% of women would have to like start like holding back for it to work. See, but I actually learned a statistic from Torsha today or this last week, guys, and I didn't even know this one, that 95% of women have 15 or less bodies. Now, obviously, that study could be a little bit off because women lie about sex.
Right.
So that I would assume it's actually a little bit more like that. But honestly, that number kind of blew my mind. I thought it was like 25 or 30 possibly, but that actually gave me like a new sense of we can do this, because there are like some of these women will like save themselves and stuff. And like I was arguing with Torsha about this a lot because she used to be a Hooters girl and she's worked in the bar industry. That's all my friends, all my girlfriends do that stuff. And she's like, no, those girls actually don't sleep around. And when I look back at my friends, they actually don't. Like I know a lot about their intimate lives and stuff, and a lot of them haven't been with more than 15, 20 people. And it's like a lot of these girls aren't. And she also broke down something to me too. She was like, like most people have like 4 relationships, and that's kind of true. Like a woman might choose the hot guy, and then he ruins her, and then she goes to the provider, and then she doesn't like him, and then she goes to another hot guy, and then usually on the 4th one, they're like, understand, all right, I'm not gonna fuck anymore. And I do that too. Most guys will have 3 or 4 bad relationships or 5, and then they're like, okay, now I know what I want. And so like I think that's why the average is actually 15, because a lot of women realize that the game. It just takes them 15 bodies to learn the game, and that's the problem though. Like they need, I feel like if we told them the game, they would that number would go down to 5 to 10, and that's a good thing for the country if we can make that happen.
Right, I think what did J. Cole say?
Don't save them. They don't want to be saved.
He said, something, but so you got to multiply by 3.
3?
Yeah.
So
you think it's by 3?
So maybe you got to say
45?
3 to 5 bodies is cool because you already know you got to multiply by 3, and then there's your 15 right there.
Yeah.
So I got a point to make as well, Sergio. Something that you just mentioned. You're like, well, if it takes a girl about 15 bodies for bad relationships to kind of, or even in between that, to really find what she really wants. With that being said, that kind of goes back to the guy's argument to the young lady that was here, or lady that was here, and saying that, this is a vetting issue. Why does it take more than 15 guys to realize who you need to be with? How you need to pick right? I
think it's that illusion of choice that fucks them up bad.
Yeah, how many times do you have to fucking burn your hand on the stove to understand the fucking stove hot?
And I've seen this argument of, don't you want a girl with experience? You can get experience with one person.
Exactly.
I can practice an ollie 500 times and get experience on a skateboard.
skateboard.
I don't have to get 15 different skateboards to have experience. That doesn't make any sense. And there's gaps in between that. So consistency with one person versus consistency with 15 other dudes in rotation, that's an asinine argument. So
I agree. And a woman's aura is what defines her. Right? And I always use the analogy of, look at Cardi B. If Cardi B walked in here right now and we were all single and she bent over this table, the first thing that's going through our mind is, I'm about to beat them guts up. Right? But if Michelle Obama walked in here right now, who would fix their clothes and adjust themselves a little bit, right? Because her aura defines who she is. When she walks in, she's classy, she's well-spoken. She's not going to put her education out there, but you want to be in her presence, and you want to make sure you're right. You want to make sure you're speaking well. Your tie is adjusted. But if Cardi B come here, you're like, fuck her. I just want to bang her up real quick and get up out of here. So women carry different auras, and they don't understand that. They don't understand that the women and the girls are separating themselves right now, and the girls are out here. Cardi B is lying. That women are highly influenced by celebrities as well. Cardi B said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got a ring. All these girls out here saying, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got a ring. And Cardi B, the reindeer face ass, is on Instagram sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, cooking for her baby, cooking for her man, right? So it's just an illusion.
These celebrities you look up to are capping to you. Look at Beyonce. All the single ladies talking about how she'll leave somebody if they cheat on her. Who's she with?
Yeah.
Jay-Z. Jay-Z cheated on her.
She ain't gonna find another man like Jay. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna find another man like that.
Thank you, Mocha, for the question. Why does body count matter if y'all never believe the number they say? I'll just give you what
body language.
Yeah. It's more about body language, and it's also like you're trying to read it off of their body language, off of everything around them, their Instagram, how they act and everything. But the reason why you still care is why men always care about body count, because that's what we've always cared about for thousands of years. Like, we want somebody that is sexually loyal to us, and we know your ability to be loyal is you have one foot out the door whenever you've had so many bodies. Like, it's way harder when you've experienced a lot more for you to want to lock down and stay with one person. If you've had all these really awesome experiences with other people, you're going to be alpha widowed in multiple categories, as I like to say.
And then some women become numb to it. They become numb. Like, all that shit she could have gave you, that sensual sex and connection during sex, all that shit goes away when you had 23 men beat that pussy up. Just 25, 50, 65. You've done it so much, you're numb to it. It's like having the 19. I'm not going to say the C word, but having the 19. You had the first time, you was a little sick. But now you get it. You walking around laughing, dapping everybody up. You don't get no fever. You don't get no cough. Shit, you get numb to it. Your body starts to say, oh, okay, here's another. Like, women's pussies talk to them. Oh, Lord, here comes another dick.
And it's kind of like priming for a relationship, right? So you're like, oh, it's kind of like a ballpark, right? And the best way to go into it, and this is game, right? The best way to go into it is act nonchalant, like you really don't care. Like I know everybody got their past, Act like you really don't care. See what they tell you, right? Oh,
they
I
will
have
admit
25. They'll admit the truth to you, right? If you act nonchalant, like, oh yeah, act like you have a lady friend and be like, yeah, she was doing her thing, da 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 da. She's gonna open up and tell you something that all the people that she counts, because we know they omit certain numbers, but all the people she counts, boom, and then from there you decide what you want to do, right? Some people are just gonna, put you in the smash only category. Some people are gonna roll with it, and ladies just gotta learn to respect that, because everybody has to just respect whatever you like with the person you want. So if I want somebody that has a lower body count, you got to respect that. If you want somebody that's 6 feet, I can't be like, yo, that's not fair, you're 5 feet. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
And you also got to understand, so like women have an intuition, I believe, where y'all can tell how much of a guy is an actual provider. Now, how many of are good at it? How many are falling for the lies and what the guy's saying and just, their intuition fails often? Yes, it does a lot. But men have the same intuition, but for the opposite, for sexually. I think that we have an intuition to be able to tell if a girl is a hoe or not, just like how y'all have intuition to tell if a guy is finessing or not. Now, do we both act out on our intuitions perfectly? No. Is there some people that have way more socially calibrated and like they can read it way better? Yes. Like obviously a guy that's only had 2 or 3 bodies, like I truly believe a guy with 2 or 3 bodies and say he's dating a girl with 30 or 40 bodies, that is the exact same as a 50-year-old dude dating an 18-year-old girl straight out of high school. Like that is definitely almost predatory, just like how the woman with 40 bodies dating a guy with 2 bodies, like she's fully way more socially calibrated than he is. She's way more sexually experienced than he is. She's gonna run that relationship. She's gonna ruin his life because of that. So I truly believe that like in those type of situations, you like it's bad on either side. Like whether like the woman can't have a shit ton of sexual experience over the man either, because like it just fucks him up in the end.
Now, if you want to know a woman's body count, let me give y'all the secret. If you want to know a body count, start engaging in the things that she does. Go to her class reunion and just walk around with her and look at all the men that used to go to school with her, how they look at her. That'll tell you a lot. Matter of fact, go to her homecoming. When they have homecoming, go to her homecoming around the old football players and the old guys that she used to be in class with. They're going to let you know by the body language that they didn't fuck her and they miss it and they want to get some more of it. You go around it. Go around her male friends if she has them, right? Go around them and see how they look at her. Right? You'll be able to tell that she has a really, really high body count, because some women out here, guys, let's just be honest, can line up their bodies alongside the Great Wall of China. And you can see them from space. Yeah. I'm being for real. So this is why it's so important. Like you said earlier, it's so important for a man to know, because a man's pride is everything to him. And if you're out and you're out in the store with your girl, you like, baby, you like this jacket? And a dude over there, old girl, you're like, what the fuck? Like, so you have to be mindful of the woman you choose, man. I'm telling you, bro. You'll be able to. Men can tell when a woman has really been out there in them streets,
especially if he has experience. Yeah,
right. And just start laughing, like you said, like you talk about. They want to talk about manipulation. Okay, fuck it. We can say, hey, man, listen. When I was in school, man, I had about 50 some bodies, man. Listen, and how many did you have? Because I know I was getting it. I know you was getting it. I know you got about 50. How many you got? Right? Make her open up. Oh, I had about 65. Oh, you did? Okay. Call my Uber.
And
fuck out of here.
The universal number that's too much is 1. But for each guy, one body is too many. But for each guy, there's a certain number that's his threshold. But I'm gonna tell you this, ladies: no guy is gonna brag about how much dick that his woman has had. I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies will brag about, oh yeah, my dude used to talk to so and so, but now he's with me.
Yeah,
I'll never brag saying, yo, I got this girl. Drake and Future were running through her, but now she's mine. How's that to brag? Girls will do that.
Yep. And put Xavier's comment back up there. I like it.
Yeah.
He said, "What makes y'all qualified to talk about this shit? Life."
Unlike most people on
life
today, yeah.
I'm an incel, bro. I can't even talk on it.
Yeah, all 3 of us have made quite a stride on YouTube, man. It's you'd be surprised how much you learn just whenever you get into this world, man. There's tons of people that you can actually go learn who have just as much experience as you, if not more.
Man, I had a dude on my show, man. He said the shit with so much pride, bro. I just damn near fell out. He said, my wife, I don't see how you guys, this is how he talk. I don't see how you guys can get on here and say the things you say about these women. I do everything with my woman. I even go get my eyebrows arched with my woman. I get my eyebrows threaded. We go together. Every dude on the panel was like this. And he said it with so much pride. Oh, yeah. I say, so say it again. Yeah, we gonna get our eyebrows arched together. We can
Nigga,
thread
you
it.
gay.
Exactly. Hit it again.
Nigga, you gay.
I mean, goddamn. And he said it with somebody. He said, I don't care. I can take everybody's girl. Girls want me. Women don't mind these guys on the panel. That's too masculine. You should be able to open up and be more like your wife. Fuck that. I'm out.
There's only one thing that should be arching in your relationship, and it's not you.
Yes, right. Facts, bro. Facts.
You preaching tonight.
Man, you're asking, how much experience or what qualifies us. The big thing, bro, is on the internet right now, there is a fuck ton of people giving out prescriptions in the red pill space. Like, so many people giving out prescriptions on what people should do, what is best, and you'd be surprised how much of it is extremely damaging and actually not good. So the fact that there's actually some people that are trying to give good prescriptions, you should be respecting it, bro, because a lot of people are fucking the game up really bad right now, and there's very few people, especially like me and Black Man Unfiltered, that are actually trying to push men to in relationships and the marriages, how to do these, how to become a husband, how to become a wife.
Right.
There's very few people that are doing this type of shit. So if there's any channels that you should be supporting on YouTube that are teaching stuff, it's channels like these, bro, because it's a very rare thing. Like you definitely should be getting behind us and not stuff like I'm not gonna say names.
I'm telling you right now, single motherhood ain't teaching men like this.
Yeah.
Showing the fuck not.
Yeah. Can I go to that other star, the super chat? $5 from Ombre. It's up to us to stand against this new wave of wokeism relentlessly, despite sacrificing our livelihood. Together, we can withstand this onslaught. No, 1,000%. And guys, like, y'all got to understand, if anybody in here is from Texas or Florida, like, those are the two biggest red states right now. The only way that this shit's gonna get pushed back is if people team up here and we really put this country on our back. Like, y'all got to realize there's a lot of pressure on these two states to really change the world and really actually make change. Like, we're the policemen of the world. Our guns, like 2A, and us having the ability to protect ourselves and stuff, y'all really underestimate how big of a deal it is and how easily we can lose it. And if we lost it, what would happen? What could happen to the whole country? What could happen to the whole world? Like, y'all, everybody needs to really realize that everything that we're doing and we're debating and stuff, it's like, it might be these little subjects and shit like that, but the big picture is a really big fucking deal. And like, y'all, we all have to see that big picture. Like, it's cool arguing over these little things, like these little double standards and shit. But once we see the facts, we need to see the big picture as well and realize that we're fighting for something way bigger than just fucking women and kids and trying to have the nuclear family. It's way bigger than all of that, guys. This Matrix shit, like what's going on and stuff, it's way bigger than you think. And like, y'all, we need to stop fighting with each other. All men need to come together, whether you're a red pillar that teaches spinning plates or a guy that's teaching marriage. We all have to come together as men, especially in these states.
Somebody asked for my channel.
Yeah, go ahead and pop it up. Black Man Unfiltered Network.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah, please check them out, guys. Do y'all have any last thoughts, guys, before we close it out?
You go ahead first, man.
One thing I've been wanting to say, because even reading the chats and seeing certain things, I've seen that like a lot of people in the red pill, space are kind of regurgitating everything that one person is saying. And I don't want to call out any names, but like obviously Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit are like the prime people in Pearl, right? And then now we see a lot of people that are trying to align with what they're saying, but they don't even have their own perspective, right? So it's okay to align with somebody, but don't be a robot. Have your own perspective on one thing, learn from these people, right? And then have your own spin on it. So just because Andrew Tate says one thing, and I align with a lot of things that he says, right? Like, he's a cool dude, right? I hope he's innocent, whatever. But there are certain things that I don't agree with what he says, and that's okay. I see people regurgitating exactly what one person's saying just because they like them. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean that everything that they say you run with. Like me and Sergio, we have certain things that we disagree on. He's still my guy. We're on here. We're open discussion. It's okay to think a little bit differently than another person. So
yes, dude, it's very healthy. I really like that you said that because, guys, yes, it's healthy for men to still come together, even though we might disagree on one or two fucking things. It's not a big deal. Oh.
So again, man, if y'all want to come over to my channel and watch and enjoy and have some laughter and get mad and throw some shit at your TV, you go to Black Man Unfiltered Network. You could do it on Facebook. You could do it on YouTube for sure. And we have some great shows. We have a show on every day, from reactions to sports to relationship talk. So we just have a whole network of shows 5 days a week. So come over. The main shows are on Tuesday, Talk That Talk Tuesday. And on Friday, like tonight, would be Barbershop Talk. But Barbershop Talk is going on without me tonight. But those guys will hold it down. But again, just come over. And my final thoughts are this. You can have all the education in the world. You can be smart. But who wants to be around you? When you die, they don't put your degrees in your funeral arrangements or your program. They put your obituary, and your obituary tells when you were born and what you did with your life. And you want to be the smartest person in the room every time you go somewhere, and you want to be talk down on people, and you want to be the woman that says, I don't need a man. It is horrible to be on your deathbed, and the only people there to comfort you is your doctor and your nurse. So, but for you women that are young right now, that are in your 30s and you're following all these booger wolves, I want you to go tomorrow morning or tomorrow Saturday. I want you to go to Walmart. They have German Shepherds. They have Shih Tzus. They have Chihuahua. They have what else kind of dogs? I seen some Huskies out there. Just to pick up the litter.
You're gonna get some mixed pit bulls up in there.
Mixed pit bulls. None of them have papers, right? Yeah. Y'all can't deal with anything that has papers anyway. Just
a few dogs you can't even identify.
You can't identify, right? So you when you get the dog, just make sure you just take him home and bathe him up real good, and know that on your deathbed he'll be licking your hand and not your husband. That's all I have.
Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate both y'all for coming, bro. Even though like all the girls bailed on tonight and made it really hard. I'm just happy we had a really good contrarian. Thank y'all all for showing up in the chat, guys. I really appreciate everybody's support to get us to 10K subs, man. I honestly.
Are you there already?
Yeah, we just hit it today.
Congratulations,
brother.
No,
thank you, bro.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
We just hit it today. Guys, I just want to say thank y'all so much for everybody that supported and everybody that came on the show, man. Like guys, when I started this 4 months ago, the fear I had in my heart at 100, 200 subs, thinking, is this going to work? Did this money that I just drop on all this, is this really going to happen? Is this really going to come back to me? And the fact that it is all working and it is growing and it is doing everything at the pace that I wanted. I really can't say thank you enough to everybody's support, guys. Like, big shout out to all the guys from Fresh and Fit Dallas that are that helped me with the recruiting, that helped me in the background. Donnie, JR. Could never do any of this shit without y'all guys. Everybody that watches the show, I want everybody to realize everybody that works for me is mostly working for free right now. They're all doing this because they're passionate as well as me, and they also really want to see the world change. They really want to see what we're doing here make a difference. And we would not be able to do this for free if it wasn't for, everybody showing up, the subs climbing. Everybody would have gave up a long time ago. So thank you all so much for keeping this all going.
What was the young lady's name that was here tonight?
I don't even know. I didn't. Yeah, I need
to
get
her IG. We gotta post it.
Yeah. I gotta get her Instagram.
Yeah, shout out to her too.
Yeah,
and if she's still watching, I just want to say something to her. There's a movie coming out in 2024. I'm trying to keep a straight face. There's a movie coming out in 2024 about a transgender whale, and the name of the movie is called Maybe Dick.
Hell no!
Is this true?
Yeah, it's called Maybe Dick.
Nigga, you gay.
Caitlyn Jenner's the star character.
Yeah. I guess we're gonna have a debate just for the transgender stuff one day, but I'm gonna get canceled off YouTube, so that will be on Rumble, guys.
Rumble, young man, Rumble. Yeah. Are you enjoying Rumble?
I just got the 25 followers. I haven't set it up to where it streams to it yet, but I just got the 25 followers.
Can you put it on here?
Yeah, I can multi-stream. Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I just need to start doing it. Yeah. I'm super excited about that. But no, thank you all so much, guys. Like I said, would not be here if it wasn't for y'all pushing everything against 10K. Next up, hopefully 100K. We'll see if the YouTube algorithm wants to grab me or not. Hopefully we go viral again, bro.
Exactly. Last time we were here, guys.
Yeah, y'all, please go support him and go follow him or go subscribe, because like I said, the channel would be where it's at today. If it probably wasn't for your clip, man. I really appreciate you too.
No problem, bro.
But thank you all so much, man. But I really can't. Shout out to my girl also for helping with everything that she does in the background.
Oh.
I just gotta say shout out to everybody, because like I said, guys, I did not think I'd make it to 10K a long time ago. The fact that this happened is fucking crazy. But yeah, I love y'all guys.
Shout out to your girl too, man, for being supportive and sitting up in this thing tonight. Look at, he's smiling like a motherfucker.
He's like, shit, YouTube knows now. All right, guys.
Yo, hey, can I say something quick?
Yeah, go for
Yo,
it, bro.
I just want to say shout out to Discord, man. I listen to everything y'all say about the podcast, and I know Sergio has too. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
And shout out to my boys Jefferson, X, and Frank. Man, I miss y'all.
Yeah, dude. Donna, you got anything to say? Big 10K.
Man, appreciate y'all. That's all I got, man.
Yeah,
really,
man.
really appreciate y'all.
He's too cool, man.
Yeah, guys.
The coolest guy back here.
Yeah, man. We really appreciate y'all. We got so many big upgrades coming, guys, as soon as more money starts flowing through. So we got a big future coming. Just be ready for it.
Now keep in mind, we got to get y'all got to get a commercial for these dogs at Walmart, bro.
Yeah.
For real.
Hey,
that would be good.
You know what? I do got a shout out, really, to the team, Sergio, everybody that's been on the pod to help us, Chef Don, Black Man Unfiltered. Sorry, we got Sir Hell Speaks, Pearl, MLD, Torsha. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, Sterling Cooper. We have
Michael
so
Sartain.
much.
Yeah.
But really, there's a lot of credit that we got to give out to Rod and Sika, our recruiters, who really bring in a lot of our guests on this show. They've really, really helped this ship running, and really appreciate the hard work for both of y'all.
Honestly, yeah, massive shout out to Sika, guys. This show would not be what it's doing if it wasn't for Sika doing the recruiting that he does.
That's my best friend.
Literally works his ass off, guys. And shout out to Rod and Daniel, and Mike has been helping recruit. Everybody that's been adding to the recruitment, guys. Fucking love y'all, man.
Oh, shout out to Daniel. I love him too.
Yeah. We love y'all, man.
This is turning into a love show. Look at the fucking love. Look at the love in this motherfucker. Love.
Too many people.
You only hit 10K one time, so we gotta be a little gay this one time, you know.
Oh man, he said little shit.
Oh yeah, shout out to Austin Holloman, man. Wish you the best over there and overseas.
Hey man, at 20,000 subs, man, I think he's gonna give away a cash app for like $300 at 20,000. So let's get it to 20,000.
Yeah.
20,000, but we got to get that by tomorrow morning. So y'all get the fucking work.
Yeah. Get to work.
Get the fucking work. That's the caveat.
Nah, thank y'all guys so much, y'all. We'll I'll definitely see y'all on Monday. I got fucking like 30 girls lined up for Monday, so I know we'll be good on that one. It's gonna be fucking ridiculous. We'll see who shows up, but yeah, I'll see y'all then, man. Thank y'all both so much for coming, guys. Please go give them a subscribe and a follow, guys. And we will see y'all, on Monday, man. Peace out.
What? Toodaloo, motherfucker.